guys, so I'm here to do a very exciting video for you guys, and I'm using my new camera. I have the PowerShot, the Canon PowerShot G7X. You wanna say hi, buddy? Say hi. Hi. There's a viewfinder where I can see myself, and I'm gonna have to get used to it because I'm just like so tempted to look at myself. But now you guys can see the real me because oh my god, the quality is so good. So you can probably see all my imperfections, but hey, that's okay. So anyways, the whole purpose of this video is I am doing a DIY, do-it-yourself smash cake photo session, photography, whatever you want to call it, for Nolan's birthday, because he's gonna be 1 in 2 days. So I'm kind of doing this a little late considering he will be 1 in 2 days, but hey, better late than never. I know for a lot of moms, you know, they might just want to do it themselves, or you know, photography can be pretty expensive sometimes. So that is the whole purpose of this video. And I do want to say that you do not have to have a fancy camera to take pictures. If you guys have been following me for a while, since Christmas of last year, all the Christmas pictures I took of Ari and Nolan were on my iPhone. So, and they still turned out really good. So you do not need a fancy camera. You don't need a DSLR. Of course, you know, if you do have one, that helps and the quality will be a little bit better. But you don't need necessarily a really fancy camera. I'm actually gonna be using this camera, but if I didn't have this camera, I would definitely be taking them on my iPhone. So pretty much whatever HD camera you have lying around. So here's kind of the setup I have going on. I'm keeping it very simple, but you can pretty much make this however you want. There's so many different things that you can do. First, let me just show you what I did. I took a white plastic tablecloth, if you guys can see that, very thin. I was thinking about using a white sheet, which you guys can, but of course you'd have to wash it. But I just picked up this at Target, and it is a little see-through at the bottom, I noticed, and you can see the creases as well. But once I go in and edit that, which I will show you guys later, I will definitely fix that. But just very simple. You can get these anywhere. Party City, like I said, I got it at Target, and also I got this banner at Target, but you could always make your own. And I have duct taped everything so it doesn't fall down, and I duct taped the banner as well, so I just have it hanging across there. But like I said, you can do this however you want. If you want to have streamers hanging down, you can do that. If you want to have balloons, you can do that, or confetti. You can do this however you want. I am just choosing to do just the simple white backdrop and then the flag banner right there. So Target has so many different colors. I just picked the blue. And for Nolan, he's just gonna be wearing this diaper. But for a boy, of course, you can have a bow tie, a hat, a tie. For Aria, I think we had a tutu on her and maybe a hat. I cannot remember exactly. And let me show you the cake that I have picked out. Now the cake doesn't have to be all that fancy either. I just picked this up today at Harris Teeter, just a simple blue and orange and yellow and white cake. I'm just waiting for little man to finish his lunch, and then we're gonna get started, aren't we? Yeah, you little cheese face. You little cheese face. Another thing I was gonna mention is that if you could get your backdrop in front of a window to bring in a lot of natural sunlight, definitely do that. That will make editing a lot better, so you don't have to do, what's the matter? So you don't have to do a lot of brightness. And one more thing I want to say is that I am not a professional photographer whatsoever. I have never taken any photography classes. I don't even know how to work a DSLR if someone gave me one, so I am not a professional at all. I don't know all the tips and tricks and all that good stuff, but I do have an eye for things, in my opinion, and I do like taking pictures. So I think we're ready to get started. I'm gonna have a camera oh no. I'm gonna have a camera over here filming him, and I think I should have put some better tape on there, because look at him. And I have the cake over here too. had no interest in eating the cake. He didn't want to eat any of it. You'll see in the video, I put some icing in his mouth and he did not like it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh goodness! But I still got some really cute pictures of him and his messy cake. Oh, he's like, no! Oh, goodness. Alright, so once you are ready to edit your pictures, I do not have a Mac. So what I use, of course, this computer I've had for 4 years, so I think it's time for me to get a new computer. It's so slow. But since I have a PC, I use PicMonkey. It's the easiest thing for me to use and it's not complicated at all. Now you do have extra features if you pay, I think it's like $3.99 a month or something like that. You get extra features, but I don't do a lot to my pictures, to be honest. So you just want to go to picmonkey.com or Photoshop. Of course I can't show you how to use Photoshop because I don't have it, but you can still go on PicMonkey if you have a Mac. And I'm just waiting for my slow computer. Okay, so here is all the photos. I have it in an album right here. So I have all the photos right here from my camera, and I'm just going to pick one of my favorites that I thought turned out really good. I think it was this one. Now the pictures on my Instagram are totally different with how I edit on here. The ones I put on Instagram, I edited just on an app on my phone. This I am doing totally different. So first I'm going to crop this picture because if you can see the outside right here, because you just want your background. So I'm just going to go to crop. And you can go through all these different features. I think this is effects. This is, I don't know what this is. What is this one? Touch up, text, overlays, frames, textures, and themes. But I'm just using the basic edits for mine. So I'm gonna crop it. So as you can see right here, you can pick different sizes, but I'm just gonna customize mine and just keep it within, you know, the white background, because that's all you want really in your pictures. So we'll crop that, and then there you go. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice or not, but there are creases from the tablecloth. You can probably see it more over there. Now, like I said, I just like to keep my pictures basic when it comes to editing, but you can, you know, experiment and do whatever you want. But pretty much I've noticed that if I just up the exposure a little bit, sometimes those fine lines, you can get rid of them. So I'm gonna try and do that. And like I said, I am not a professional when it comes to pictures. This is just how I always edit my pictures and what works best for me. You kind of have to figure out how you like your pictures, because you know, everyone's different. So I'm just gonna go to exposure and just brighten it a little bit. I might need to add some contrast to it as well. A little bit of brightness and highlights. You know, I kind of just wing it, to be honest with you. I just kind of wing it however I want to. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of saturation just to kind of bring out the colors more. I'm just going to add just a little bit, as well as sharpen the pictures as well, just to sharpen it a little bit. All right, now as you guys can see, you can kind of still see the creases a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effects, and I'm going to go all the way down to clone right here. Now this, see how it has a little crown beside it? That means this is what you have to pay for extra. So this is definitely optional. You could just leave the picture as it is and be totally fine, but I'm just going to show you guys if you do want to get it. So pretty much you just take a section, like if you look right here, there's no creases, you clone it, and you'll be able to, you know, rub it along the places where you want to get rid of the creases. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make my brush size a little bit bigger. Let's see, like that. I don't know if you guys can see the circle or not. And just take a little bit over here. I'm gonna brush it a little bit. And you might have to keep applying and then doing it over. And then now what I'm going to do is just add just a little bit more brightness to kind of even it out, because you guys probably can't see on here, but it's still a little discolored from taking this, cloning it from over here. And that is how I edit my pictures on PicMonkey. Like I said before, you can do it however you want, but I mainly use exposure, highlights, a little bit of contrast, and sharpening the most. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. Like I mentioned before, I am not a professional at all. I am not a professional photographer or editor or any of that stuff, but you know, I do really enjoy taking pictures and editing pictures. Can you say hi? Hi. So give me a thumbs up if you thought this video was helpful, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.